today I have a wonderful topic to discuss with y'all. And today we're going to talk about some of the mistakes that I made with my money early on. The mistakes I made when I finally started getting paid a little bit of paper and put a little bit of money in my pocket when I felt like I was the biggest shot ever. Now I'm only 28. But luckily for me, I learned a lot of these lessons early on. I wish I had learned them way earlier on. I knew about these things. But hey, sometimes you just have to learn them when you learned them. So I'm 28 right now. And some of these lessons I learned right after college, right out of college, when I first got my big paycheck. I mean, the first ever paycheck that I ever got was $70,000. That was the salary that I got from my first job ever, was $70,000, which to me, I felt like I was a big shot. I felt like I was making that money because when I looked at all my friends, we were making about the same, but I made more than most people. And so I was feeling myself. $70,000 a year was more money than I have ever seen in my life. Like if you add up all the money that I have made in my life up to that point, when I got that offer letter in my mailbox that said, hey, we would like to offer you $70,000 with all these benefits to come work for us. At my previous employer, I felt like I was a big shot. All the money I had made before I got to that point could not even add up to that amount of money that I was making right out of college. So I was feeling myself. I felt like I was now a big boy. I could now do whatever I want. It meant I was now grown and could make my decision, which leads up to mistake number one. Do not grow up too fast. Do not grow up too fast. Here are some of the things that I did once I started getting paid big boy money. I got a 2-bedroom apartment for me. I was living by myself. I bought first class tickets every time I was traveling to visit my family or traveling anywhere else because I was feeling myself, and I would rent luxury cars. Oh, and you have to remember, I was under 25 at the time, which means it costs that much extra when you're renting luxury cars. I overspent on groceries because I thought it was beneath me to compare prices. I bought clothes, shoes, and anything else that I ended up never wearing. A lot of these things, I ended up just giving it away. I bought random tech gadgets because when I was in college, I would watch all these YouTubers talk about the things that they had. And, you know, on YouTube, you'd be like, best tech gadgets under $50. Get best tech gadgets under $100. Oh, look at what I just got. And the thing that I didn't think about when they made those videos, they got those products for the free. Me, I am paying for it. In fact, Seth, I'm not just paying for it, I'm paying them for it as well because they all had affiliate links where they would make all kinds of money off of me. So I was buying all these things because in my mind, I was like, I'm finally grown. I can buy whatever I want. I finally have the money to just buy every single thing under the sun because I'm getting big boy money. And here's the thing. The other part of it is I just did not understand. It's okay for me not to try to impress people because a lot of the things that I spent my money on when I finally graduated was just to impress people. It is okay for me to live a lifestyle that some people may find appalling or call it beneath my caliber because I'm finally an engineer and I should be spending my money like an engineer. My thing is like, how come everybody else can spend your money so well for you? Huh? Nobody gonna try to help you save. Nobody gonna try to help you pay off your debts. Nobody gonna do anything else. But when it comes to spending your money for you, everybody gonna have something to say. Everybody gonna have something that they want to add into the pot. Everybody can spend your money so well for you. It takes you to decide how you want to take care of your money. And it's okay for you not to be grown. It is okay for you to have roommates. Here's the beautiful thing of being in your 20s. Nobody knows that when you're in your 20s, everybody looks at you and says, oh, they're still figuring out life. Which means you can dress out however you want. You can live with roommates. You can live basically on next to nothing. And nobody bats an eye because they're like, oh, he's still young. You can be making buku bucks. Buku boatloads of money and people won't care and you can live like literally a pauper and people won't care because everybody's like, oh, you know, he's still figuring out life. The older you get, the harder it is for you to start to keep living that lifestyle, especially when you start having family and you have other things. You can't live that same lifestyle. So in your 20s, my friends, in your 20s is a great time for you to do all of these things. When you travel, you ain't gotta travel first class. Unless if you got it like that, and then, you know, why are you even watching my video? Ignore everything that I'm saying. You got it like that, you can spend all kind of money you want to spend. But for the rest of us, if you ain't got it like that, or you're not getting a business to pay for it, you can travel cheap. It's okay. Travel Sprint, travel Frontier, even though I will never travel either one of those airlines. I do not trust them. But travel Southwest. For example, I travel Southwest for the most part because it's cheap. And I'm okay when people say, oh, you travel Southwest, they herd y'all like cattle. I'm like, I really don't care, because first of all, I'm always the last one to get on the plane anyway, because I'm not about to be lining up and waiting. I just wait. You know what? I can wait till the very end to get on the plane. I'm not going to stress myself like that. But the point is, you ain't got to do the fancy stuff. When you go on trip, travel with friends and do it cheaply. Like literally, if 6 of y'all are going on a trip, there is no reason that not all of y'all can't get like 2 rooms and share the rooms. There's no reason. Share rooms. Do things that you can do on a pretty good budget. You ain't got to start balling just because you got your first paycheck in all your life, or you see that, oh, I'm making more money than I've ever made before. Because this is how it starts to creep in. Your lifestyle creep just starts to get in there so quickly. It's okay for you to still share passwords. It's okay for you to stay on your parents' insurance. It's okay for you to stay on your parents' phone plan. It's okay for you to take free food from work home so you don't have to worry about dinner or trying to order out and eat out all the time. It is okay. It's okay to take free food. I don't know why people feel so bad every single time when they're like at work and there's all this free food left over, and then all of a sudden everybody looking at you weird when you're taking free food. Look, I took so much free food from work. It's like, yo, if y'all are just gonna throw it away, why would I let you waste it? Let this thing come home with me, who needs food in my stomach. Yes, in my stomach. It's okay for you to continue living like you're in college, even though you're starting to get paid money. And that leads us to number 2. Actually, before we finish on number 1, the slogan you need to think about when it comes to this idea is simply this. It's not about how much money you make. It's about how much you keep. And also understand this other part. The less stuff you have in your life, the less you have to maintain for your lifestyle. When you have to maintain a lot of stuff, it ends up costing you a ton. I love that saying from Morgan Housel. He always says that people don't want $1 million. People want to spend $1 million. Whenever people think about, oh, I want to be a millionaire, it's not about I want to have money that's $1 million. It's I want to spend $1 million. And so you have to be careful when you start going upper in life.